Hey, what's up guys? My name is Galifran, and in this video, I'm going to share with you 10 simple ways you can earn Robux in Roblox with or without Roblox Premium. So if you're ready to start making some fat stacks of Robux, be sure to watch this video until the very end. If you find these tips helpful, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below so that you can see more videos like this one. But anyways guys, let's get started. Number 1, selling graphics. On Roblox, there are many people who are looking for digital artists to make graphics for them. Whether that be graphics for their game's user interface, their game's thumbnails, group logos, personal profile graphics, or really anything that would require an image that they would like to look as professional as possible. Depending on how good your images look, some people are willing to pay thousands of Robux for these graphics. Now, you do not need Roblox Premium to make graphics for people, and here's why. A little while back, Roblox made a feature where a group can pay out Robux to another player even if that player doesn't have Roblox Premium. So that is how you can make Robux without Premium. So if you make some graphics for a war clan owner, a game developer, or a role-playing group, they can just pay out you the money. Simple as that. Most, if not all of these next ways of getting Robux is going to be available for non-premium users through group payouts. Number 2, making ads. Going along with number 1 in graphic design is making ads for people. Making ads is a good way to start with graphic design, especially if you aren't too experienced with it. Because instead of making an entire 1920 by 1080 image, you're focusing on a lot smaller of an image. Now, I'm sure you have noticed these nice little ads on the side of your screen on Roblox.com. Well, I'm sure you might also know that these ads are paid for by other Roblox users and they advertise for their groups or games. Well, here's why that matters to you. Those players pay a lot of Robux to run those ads, and so to make it worth it, they need people like you to make those ads for them and make them so good that people will click on them. How you make an ad is by opening your digital art program, set the image canvas size to either 728 by 90 for a banner ad, set 160 by 600 for a skyscraper ad, or 300 by 250 for a large rectangular ad. And then after that, start making an eye-catching image that will convince a wandering eye to click on it. If you are good at graphic design, you can make these ads for people and make a ton of Robux. Number 3, make game trailers. If you're not much into Photoshop, but great in animation, cinematography, and or video, then this is a good route for you to go. Making game trailers for games is still a somewhat new feature for game developers to have on their games page right before someone plays their game, and in many ways, it is what can convince a curious but indecisive player to hit that play button. Because of this, many game developers invest in having a nice game trailer to catch the eye of soon-to-be players. Game trailers can be no longer than 30 seconds long, and so you have to push all of your talent into that much time to make an amazing trailer for your client. Because they want the best of the best for their game that they've spent so much time and money on, they'll pay a lot of Robux for a game trailer. I once made a trailer for a guy that made a D-Day game, and I not only got a good amount of Robux for it, but I also made a really good friend out of it. Friends in this business is what you want if you want to keep having endless amounts of people wanting trailers from you. Again, Roblox Premium is not required. Number 4, make clothing. Another way to guarantee to make Robux is by making clothes and selling them to other players in the catalog. Making shirts can get really complex, but with a little artistic ability, even the most basic of clothing designers can start making and earning Robux from their clothes. In quick terms, how you can make clothes is you download a free digital art program like Paint.net or GIMP. Once you have that downloaded, you go download the shirt template from Roblox.com, delete the random colors, and from there, start drawing your design. After your shirt is done, you want to save it as a .png file. Then, you just upload it to Roblox, set the shirt for sale, and start seeing the sales bring in all kinds of Robux. Now, to upload clothes from your account, you must have Roblox Premium to do so. However, like I said before, for all you non-premium people out there, groups are a way around Premium. Although you personally can't upload the clothes yourself without Premium, many groups allow players to send in their clothes by a third-party client like Discord, and then the owner uploads it for them. With this process, you can sell your clothes through the group and then have the owner of the group pay out you the money you would have gotten from the sales. So I would recommend trying to land a spot on a designer group where they let all kinds of designers upload their work and they pay out to them. That's the easiest way without Premium. Number 5, make uniforms. Adding on to number 4 is making uniforms. Making uniforms is my personal favorite because it's how I make all of my Robux. Now, uniforms is something that almost every group is always looking for to get and or upgrade. If you're really good at making clothes, then making uniforms is definitely a way you can make even more. I once made uniforms for a British Navy group back in the day, and they bought my uniforms for a total of 10,000 Robux. I also sold to smaller buyers to make even more, but needless to say, if you want to make more than what basic clothes can make you, make some uniforms. Number 6, selling services to group owners. There are many people who own groups like war clans or role-playing groups that would love to hire people to do specific services for them. That could be making them clothing or uniforms, building them bases or businesses, making them ads to help them advertise, making them graphics, and many more. Some group owners sit on a lot of Robux, and if you do a good enough job, they will pay you a lot. I also have met many people on Roblox that have built and sold bases, and graphic designers who have made thousands of Robux for making group logos and other images for groups. The demand is out there, and if you're good enough, you can make a lot. Now, say you don't know where or how to get in contact with group owners. Well, I have just the place for you. This game I'm currently in is called Group Recruiting Plaza, and this game is a place where many owners of groups come to recruit and do business. When I was first starting out, I would find an owner of a group here at the plaza and offer to make them uniforms for a fair amount of Robux. Majority of people here are people just getting started on their groups, and so they won't have too much Robux to pay you. But for beginner uniform makers that can sell uniforms for 10 to 20 Robux a uniform, you can find a lot of people ready and willing to pay you. Once you get really good, you can start increasing your cost for uniforms and hopefully get to the point where others will be contacting you and offering lots of Robux for uniforms. Best way to get business is by having past clients refer their group owning friends to you. That's how you start making uniforms for bigger clan owners that can drop 10,000 Robux on uniforms. Again, if you don't have Roblox Premium, the owner of the group you sell services to can pay out the Robux to you through their group. You don't absolutely need Premium to do these services for group owners. Number 7, make a game. Roblox is a platform where creators can use their skills to make their own games, and if it's good, get people to play it and make Robux off of it. And if their game really explodes, they can convert that Robux into real life money, like the US dollar, by using Roblox's developer exchange program. Now, making a game is definitely the hardest thing on this list because making a game can get pretty intense, especially if you don't know your way around Roblox Studio. But like all things, you have to start somewhere. A good way to get started is by making games like obbies or tycoons. These are easy but fun games that people love to play all the time. They don't necessarily have to be script heavy, and most of the time, you can find scripts to start an obby or tycoon in the free models tab in Roblox Studio. However, I would stay away from using free models if at all possible. Number 8, employee groups. Now this is for all my group people. Now, if you don't know what an employee group is, it is a group that the owner of the group pays its members for a service. Most of the time, this service is to be active in their group. If it's a war or mercenary group, it'll be like getting paid for attending raids or trainings. But a lot of role-playing restaurants and retail stores pay their workers to stand behind a counter and serve customers. Just know for the most part, these groups are pretty short-lived and can't run forever because they will eventually run out of money to pay you. But while they are paying you, they can pay anywhere between 10 and even 500 Robux. The 500 Robux being if you make your way through management. They may be hard to get into as well, but if you can score a spot into a good employee group, you will make a lot. You could even make an employee group yourself if you want, and you'd be the one managing all the Robux. Starting your own mercenary group would probably be the easiest in my opinion. So if you and a bunch of your friends are good fighters and can be active for someone else's raid, you can try to strike a deal with some war clan owners to pay you and your mercenaries to help them in raids and jumpstart their group's activity. Unless you're the one owning the mercenary group, you do not need Roblox Premium to do this. Number 9, trading. Now this one requires Roblox Premium and a lot of Robux and has a very high risk, but you can get a high return of Robux if you do it right. Now, trading is a process that I like to compare to stocks, where you trade your limited hats, gear, and faces to other Roblox users when their value is low for items that are about to increase in value in hopes to increase the recent average price or wrap and value of your items. You can in return sell these items or keep trading them up the trade chain until you get even better items to sell. A good place to meet other players who are looking to trade their items is a game called Trade Hangout. This game allows you to see everyone's limited items and their value and wrap, and so it'll be the best spot to trade and earn Robux. Do know, however, that there are a lot of scammers in this community, so you better know what you're doing or you're gonna take some massive losses. A good way to know what to do is to know what the value and wrap of each item is, and especially know if the item looks as if it'll go up in value soon. You can see wrap and value in the trade Hangout game using the game's user's interface. Some good tips to follow is to trade based on what has more value or what might increase in value with time, and not just trade for wrap. Wrap is important to look at, but don't trade any old item because it might have more wrap at the moment. Another tip is don't just trade items because you personally like the item. Also, to be extra sure if an item is a good trade or not, look up the item on Roblox.com and look at these 3 things: the price chart, the most recent resellers, and how frequently the item is being bought. If the chart isn't somewhat level, and the item isn't frequently getting bought, and the most recent resellers are selling the item for a lot less than the current wrap, it's a bad item. Don't trade for it. Lastly, if you get trade requests from random people, most if not all the time, they are bots who send terrible trades to a ton of people in hopes of making huge wins off people who don't know what they're doing. So I would stay far away from that. Avoid it like it's the plague. Number 10, don't get scammed. This last one isn't really a way to get Robux, but it's more of a way to keep your Robux, and that is not getting scammed. Unfortunately, there are many people out there that are trying to get Robux from you without wanting to do any kind of work to earn it for themselves. As you go about doing services for others, always be cautious of scammers. As a clothing/uniform creator, I found it wise to always demand to get paid before sending them the shirt file. To show them that you're not scamming them, what I would do is make an image with the uniform on it, but put a huge watermark over it so that they can't just steal it. You can do the same thing for graphics and game trailers. Just send them the picture or video with a watermark, and that'll be enough proof that you aren't scamming them. Anyways, guys, that's it for this video of how to earn Robux. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell if you want to be notified whenever I upload a video. On this channel, I mostly do Roblox gameplay videos, so if you would like that type of stuff, be sure to subscribe. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.